Hi guys, my name is Summer Soames and I'm going into my third year. I went to Loretto Abbey Catholic Secondary School, which is located in Toronto, Ontario. I never thought that I would see myself in a program like this. I was under the impression that I would be going into the medical sciences. I'd become a doctor or a veterinarian, and I was definitely obsessed with animals. And to some capacity, to some extent, I'm still following that dream, but approaching it in a different way. So when I was a kid, and still to this day, my family goes on an annual camping trip to this provincial park called 6 Mile Lake. And so I was always out in nature, absolutely loved it, swimming, frog catching in the mud, all kinds of stuff. And so I think a part of my interest in this program was trying to preserve that pristine image of nature that I had when I was a kid. Not to say that that doesn't exist anymore for me, but it's kind of hard to preserve that image when you've got all this havoc being wrought on us from anthropogenic activities that humanity just likes to ignore the consequences of. So I think it's a really personal matter dear to me, but also a burning fire within me to actually do something that benefits both humans and nature and everything alike. So if I had to give them advice, the first thing that I would say is that if it's possible, attend Frosh. Yes, it's a social orientation, fun and games, but I'm telling you, they are there to help you adapt to university life and get you started. So they are becoming your friends before anything else at the school. And they even take you to your first lecture. I hope they still do that because it calms the nerves. Kind of like a chaperone, but they don't sit with you the entire time. The second tip of advice I would say is say hi to people. Everyone in that lecture, everyone around you has either been in your shoes or is currently in your shoes. So they are feeling the exact same thing you are. Say, hey, how's it going? My name's so-and-so. Would you like to sit together? And next thing you know, you've got a handful of awesome friends. Most prominent, EUCSA, I became an event planner. I don't know if everyone knows this off the bat, but incoming students, you are a part of EUCSA. You have a general membership with EUCSA, which is the Environmental and Urban Change Students Association. And so just expressing an interest, you can off the bat activate your membership and get involved with us, start helping us do events, all kinds of stuff. So I started off as an event planner actually, and I was working in close communication with the chief of events and every other executive member to do all kinds of stuff. And it was cool because I wasn't too involved, but I was super involved at the same time. Meeting new people, expanding that network, getting that bank of resources. And then I quickly moved up to Chief of Communications in my second year. And then now I'm the newly elected chair, which are, thank you, they are elected positions. You do have to run in elections for it because they're executive, but yeah, that's what's up. Ooh, Scott Library is my spot, okay? I think it was the 4th floor, I think. Again, it's a little hazy, I don't remember, I just knew. You go up the escalator, this is the spot. But Scott Library, I would be there, and again, because I live so close, I could leave the campus late. I would go right after class, straight there. I never was a library goer before the university, but I tried it out. You're sitting with other people that are doing the exact same thing as you, so it's motivating. And I got lots of work done and I was super productive. So Scott Library, #1 spot. The program is not one-sided, it's not narrow-minded, and it's not entirely specialized. So it's very flexible and creditable for that fact. I think that if down the line I actually don't want to do environmental management, but I have my GIS certificate, I can do something with the GIS certificate or with the sustainable energies. Or maybe I don't want to do anything with any of the certificates I took, but I did history and I had some courses from my electives. They already lay that foundation for you. You have the basic knowledge to do something else, whether that be more school or a basic job that requires a certificate and you can take later on. They're already setting you up for success in multiple departments. I don't entirely know, to be completely honest and transparent with you. I am interested in wildlife and habitat conservation. So I am in the management field. And that's something I think I will end up doing in the future. As for schooling, I don't know if I want to go into graduate studies. I have a feeling I might, because I like school. So I have a feeling I might do maybe a master's or something like that. But I think one thing that's really stuck in the back of my mind, I wrote a research paper last year for urban and regional environments. And it was on the topic of, it could be on anything I wanted as long as it was related to course content. So I wrote about whether or not zoos could be conservation parks and how good of a job they actually do in conservation for habitat and for wildlife. So I found the topic to be really interesting because as a child, something I always loved. I love to go to the zoo. We went every year. You don't actually really realize what environment you're in, how it became, how it started, and what's actually going on behind the cage. So, oh, and is it actually a cage, or are they actually doing something about it? So that's a big question mark. Maybe I might do studies in that in the future. Maybe I might do research on that. But as for now, just riding the tide. That's it.